The brain is about 60% fat and weighs about 3 pounds in an average adult. The other 40% is a combination of water, protein, carbohydrates, and salts.
This clip that you just watched is from a long YouTube video that I made in Filmora for one of my clients on Fiverr. And I did that by simply using keyframes. You can see how using keyframes gives a quality boost to the videos. Anyway, in this video, I will show you how I made this video using just keyframes. So let us get started. This is the video that I showed you guys in the beginning. So how do we make something like this? The first step is to find a good and a clean background. We will go with this background for now. However, you can also have a different background, something like this or even this. Anyway, the reason why I chose this particular background is because I can use keyframes on this background and make it look like it's moving. Once you're ready with your background image, the next step is to find and download vector elements and images that are relevant to the video topic. In our case, it is the brain. So we will find some images of the brain. Now that we have everything ready, it is time to cook the video. First, let us play a little with the background image. I will increase the size of this background and reduce its opacity by 50%. And then I will add a square blur effect over this image so that the background doesn't overshadow the foreground elements. If I don't reduce its opacity and blur it a little, this is how it will look, which obviously looks very distracting. Also, the reason why I increased the size is so that I can move it from left to right. If I don't increase the size, this is how it will look after adding keyframes. You will understand these things better while editing your own video. Now let us add keyframes to this background so that it looks like this. Adding a keyframe is simple. You just have to click on this image and click on this keyframe option and you will see that a new keyframe has been added. Now set the initial position of this image using X and Y. I want this background to move from left to right like this, so the initial position of it should be on the left side. This is the first keyframe. You need a second one to move it to the right side. For that, simply add another keyframe and set the final position, which is towards the right side. Now let us set the duration of the image. I will keep it 20 seconds. After doing that, you have to drag these keyframes to the end of each side like this, so that the movement continues from the beginning to the end. If I don't place it like this, and if the keyframes are somewhere in between, the movement will start at the point where the first keyframe is, and it will end at the point where the second keyframe is. Also remember that the greater the duration, the slower the movement. I will give you an example. If I reduce the duration of this image to 5 seconds and place the keyframe accordingly, you can see that the movement is pretty faster as compared to when the duration was 20 seconds. Since we want it to move gradually, we will set the duration to 20 seconds. After this, we will add the image of the brain and using similar steps, we will add keyframes to it. This time, we will make it appear from the top of the screen. So instead of left to right, we'll make it go up to down. You can do that simply by following these steps. Now if you remember the video that I played in the beginning, the brain was slightly rotated and placed on a weight scale. How do we do that? Well, you simply have to click on the image. As you can see, we have an option of creating a keyframe for rotation. So we will first add a keyframe that has a 0-degree rotation. And then we will add another keyframe that has a rotation of around -7 degrees or something. You don't have to use the same data because the values are different each time. Now we have to bring in the weight scale so that it looks like this. We can do that by following the steps that we did for the brain, but instead of bringing it from up to down, we will make it come from the bottom. Finally, we will revert the position of the brain and we will send back the weight scale from where it came. You can follow the steps that I'm showing right now. So after all of this, we have successfully replicated the video that I showed you earlier. Obviously, I have skipped the text work and all that, but I hope you understood the basics of keyframes. This is just level 0 knowledge of using keyframes. The more videos you make using keyframes, the better your videos will get. If you look at the videos of almost every single big YouTuber, you will see that their videos have a lot of movement, and that's just because of keyframes. If you still didn't understand this, or if you have some doubts, you can join the channel's Discord server and I'll help you there personally. Or you can also follow me on Instagram and leave a message. And if you want me to personally make videos for you, then you can place your order on fiverr.com. The link will be given in the description. I hope this video was beneficial to you, and if it was, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel and share this video with your YouTube friends. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye.